Hey everybody, I want to say again, thank you so much for all of the support on that video, and about the defunding and the reposting and the comment and the like. I'm sorry that I haven't been able to respond to all of the comments, but trust me, they warm my heart, and I truly appreciate that so many people care about this issue and care about the disability community. One thing that I wanted to mention that kind of came up in another meeting tonight, a lot of people ask how they can help, and going to that Linktree in my profile, learning more and sending a letter to your MLA, Daniel Smith and Jason Nixon, is a great way to help. But the government is really hoping that everyday Albertans are not going to care. They are hoping that regular, everyday Albertans who aren't in disability services, who don't have disabilities, who just are not impacted by disability in any way, shape, or form, they're hoping that they just shrug their shoulders and say, why does that matter? And those are the people. We need everybody to send letters, but especially those people. So if you have friends or family who might be willing to send a letter if they know what's going on. I reached out to my family all across Canada, even in the States, because they might know somebody who is willing to write a letter. And unfortunately, for a lot of people who, don't experience disability in any sort of way, they don't understand the issues that face people with disabilities. And this is a great opportunity to not only teach them about those issues, but to also to do something that could have an impact on the disability community. So my advice is reach out to your family, reach out to your friends, and let them know what's happening. And, Cole made that amazing call to action. Send them that. There's a template letter in that, or they can write their own letter, whatever, but make it easy for them. Make it so that they don't have to do a whole bunch of extra work, because unfortunately for a lot of people, they're busy, and, they might not have the time to sit down and write a whole letter. So, yeah, that is a really great way for people to help. Someone I know made a comment tonight that the way that we should approach writing letters is to talk about facts and to not get upset or get emotional or, all of these things. But while I agree with that, while I agree that, calling somebody an asshole is not going to make them do what you want them to, this is also something that is going to greatly impact people with disabilities and the disability community. And again, like I said, this government is hoping that everyday Albertans won't care about this issue. They're hoping that, they can just do this and it'll be whatever, nobody cares. They aren't worried about losing votes because of this decision. And, maybe in part that's why they did it, because they thought nobody's going to care about this, nobody's going to give a shit about people with disabilities, so we'll just cut their funding. Be assertive and be upset and make them see that people care about this issue and make them see that this could potentially be something that causes them to lose a bunch of votes in the upcoming election. Because the UCP does not want to lose power. So the best way to make them change this policy is to make them think that they're going to lose the next election. Make them believe that they are going to lose your vote. Because the other part of that is they think and they are betting on people with disabilities not voting. Because they think that our vote doesn't matter. It's really unfortunate, but it's true. They think that people with disabilities probably don't vote, that, our opinion doesn't matter, our voice doesn't matter. So we need our allies to stand up and say, if you don't change this policy, I'm not going to vote for you in the next election. So be loud, be assertive, don't call them an asshole, and make them understand, and have your family and friends make them understand why this issue matters and why this is not okay. Thank you again, everybody. Have a great night. One final thing I want to say. If you have any friends or family who are UCP supporters, approach this topic in a way that they understand, which means talk about fiscal responsibility and how this whole thing is not fiscally responsible, because these groups literally save the government money. They literally offer peer-to-peer mental health support. They literally offer governments a way to connect with people with disabilities. So, without this group, governments are going to have to focus on consultation or, go back to not caring about what we think. But also, there's going to be an even bigger strain on the mental health system. So, try and approach it that way if you're going to talk to UCP supporters. Because I realize NDP supporters are one thing, and I am truly blessed to have an entire family that is NDP supporters. But I realize that's not the norm. So, just wanted to add that. Thank you, everybody.